Everyone.
Hey, how you doing, Coach? All right.
Great.
Talk about how you felt the team did in the last game against the Michigan Panthers and your takeaways from it.
Well, just what I said after the game. We played a good game. Some of the measurables that I always look at are, running the football. We had more, we ran it more yards per attempt. We were better and, we were strong in third down conversions. Probably what really hurt us was the, fourth down, the 4th and 1 we didn't get, but no turnovers. A lot of good football, but we just needed to truly at the end of the game, we allowed them to, we could have run the clock out they only had one timeout, but we get a guy hurt who we have to use a timeout. So they got to save their timeout there on the 1st and 10 when Davion Smith got hurt and fumbled the ball, but we recovered it. They don't call the neutral zone infraction, which I was told they should have. And that's another timeout. And then, so now here it is, third down. They haven't even used their one timeout. And there's a minute to go or 58 seconds. And, so we just kind of unlucky in how it unfolded at the end.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is that the consensus thought that it was going to come down to a Jake Bates field goal. What are your thoughts on two things, the penalty and also Jake Bates himself, the fact that he can kick a ball over 60 yards?
Well, that's why, again, there's nothing to talk about the penalty. It should have been called. It would have changed the game. Would have been able to run the clock out. That's the bottom line. And then we weren't afforded that opportunity. So, that's it. I'm very aware of his ability to kick the ball. So it's why we were just going to finish running the football and finish, running the clock out, kick the field goal with 2-3 seconds left.
Yeah, and question is, from a coach's perspective, I always wanted to kind of hear your thoughts on that. When a player gets injured during a celebration, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I had a hard, fast rule at Oklahoma that they weren't allowed to jump up and down like that because I've seen it happen. And then once, a long time ago, I saw somebody do it, and I was like, "No, we're not doing that. Stay on the ground when you celebrate, or be minimal on how far you're jumping up." So, yeah, it's unfortunate. Hate that. Hate that happened to Day, and he's a neat guy, and he was helping us. He's one of those guys that was a change of pace for us at running back, just with his shiftiness.
Yeah, and lastly, you do have a great running back coming in, Devin Darrington. What are your thoughts about him coming in?
We'll see. We really loved Devin in camp. It was really hard between he and Day Hunter. So they're both good guys. So he'll help.
Hello, Coach.
Hello, good to see you again.
Nice to see you, Coach. I can't imagine how are you at this moment. No, we talked the last week about this is the first time in your career you are winless. No,
thanks for reminding me.
Sorry, Coach, but this is the greatest stuff about football. No, we have to keep punching and keep playing one play at a time. How you works about that feeling about this situation?
Yeah, we got good guys that love to play. So we've had a good couple of days of practice. So they'll be ready to play again. And they're very aware of, we, lost another close game in the last play of the game, so we've got to be able to change it. And hopefully we can do that this week.
What is the most important value or the most important lesson you learned on these days, sorry?
Yeah, as much as anything, the way these rules are set up and all that, you got to make plays late in the fourth quarter. You got to come up with defensive stops. You got to come up with special team plays. You got to execute offensively. You got to execute down the stretch and make plays and be really really good down the stretch.
Yeah, and we have another chance, no, another game in this weekend. Maybe the playoffs scenario is far, but it's still a chance to win.
You know, just like in the movie Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me I've got a chance. That's all we needed a year ago, and it worked out. So we're gonna do our best to try and win this week.
Yeah, Coach, I need to let you know here in Mexico, the Renegades have a great fan base. And one example is this.
I love it. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, that's fantastic.
You have the Mexican crowd in your back.
Well, and I love too. Now we added Jonathan Garibay, and he's playing great, kicking the ball great for us, and we had a lot of confidence in him hitting that field goal at the end of the game last week, and he put it right through.
Thank you very much, Coach. Like the coach Marty Schottenheimer say, one play at a time.
That's right. I appreciate it. Thank you. Good to see you again. Good?
Yeah. Appreciate
it. Thank you.
You
appreciate it.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well. Glad to definitely see you again. And I promised that I would spread the word on this, so just please allow me to read this. Arlington Renegades quarterback Luis Perez will surprise seniors from Duncanville High School by giving away 100 tickets to 100 students at their college's Citizen Day today. He'll also provide goodies for all of them to enjoy, and we'll be raffling off swag bags to all 600 plus family members attending, as well as take photos with them in front of the 2023 XFL Championship today. That's today at between 6 and 7, and that will be at Duncanville High School, 900 West Camp Wisdom, Duncanville, Texas, 75116. So my question to you is, what do you think about that event?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good appearance. It's gonna be fun to give away some tickets. Hopefully, get some guys come out to the game. Big day for a lot of guys, right? Signing day. It's always a big day, so it's gonna be fun to show face and hang out with those guys and talk some ball.
Yeah, I mean, just to do stuff like this in the community and get out and meet the fans. Talk about that experience when you get a chance to do that.
Yeah, that's great. I wish I had somebody like myself now. Go back and just talk and show face, show appearance, and get to ask questions, right? I'm sure, if I was in those guys' shoes, I'd be asking me a bunch of questions, right? So just kind of see how everything is, the procedure of everything, how it works out, and all that. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun, and on top of that, get some people to come out to the games.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely fantastic. And about the game, against the Panthers, what was your overall thoughts about the game and your performance?
Yeah, I mean it's frustrating, but we got to stay the course. We're right there, right? That's 3 games we lose with time expiring, so we're right there. We could easily be 3-3, right? So we just got to make sure we stay the course, right? I can speak offensively. We got to just make sure we keep putting up points. We put up 27 points on 8 possessions. We're number 1 on third downs. We have the number 2 total offense in the league. We have to just continue to just keep building, right? Strive for perfection. That's what we want to do. And, as long as we just keep doing that, hopefully wins will come.
Yes, and definitely. And one of the things that I really admire is that during the broadcast, they had mentioned how one of I won't mention the receiver's name, dropped the pass they should have caught. What are your thoughts as a quarterback when someone does that, a receiver drops a pass that you placed it right there?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, right, is like everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes too. Everybody does. So as soon as that happens, it's all about encouragement, right? You got to go out there and encourage them. Hey, I know you'll get it to me again. I'm going to come right back to you, and makes guys feel good to come out and make another play.
And I know that we're past the halfway point of the season. You got some football left, but what are your goals as far as next season? Are you planning to, I know you're a family man. These things are kind of like family decisions. Is your thought process to continue playing past the season?
To be honest, I haven't even thought about it. So I can't really give an answer. I haven't really put much thought into it. We're still barely halfway, so right now I'm literally just focused on getting the first win this week.
Hello, Luis. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Everything's fine. A couple of questions in Spanish, because, here in Mexico is more easy for the TV show, ¿no? Talking in Spanish. No puedo imaginar lo que pasa por tu mente en este momento, ¿no? La primera ocasión en tu carrera en algo como esto. pero también de las épocas duras se aprende. ¿Qué has reflexionado? ¿Qué pasa por tu mente en estos días, Luis?
Sí, muy buen punto. Ahorita trato de no pensar ahorita en lo que ha pasado, ¿verdad? A veces te pones a pensar, pues miran, ya vamos 6 juegos sin ganar y pues te empiezas a sentir mal, porque pues uno, o sea, tiene una visión de llegar y ganar todos los juegos y ganar un campeonato cada vez que uno entra en una temporada, pero ahorita lo mejor que puedo hacer por mí mismo ahorita es nada más enfocarme en lo que está enfrente, no lo que ha pasado. Y es lo que me ha ayudado mucho ahorita, es nada más cada práctica, no pensar en lo que pasó en el juego pasado ni antepasado, nada más enfocarme en ahorita en este juego y en esta jugada ahorita en práctica y mantenerle así.
Esa es una de las cosas maravillosas que tiene el fútbol americano, ¿no? Que siempre hay que, lo pasado ya no lo puedes controlar, el futuro tampoco, solo te queda el presente, que es lo más importante. Eh, ¿Cómo hacer para quitar todo ese ruido externo? Porque me imagino también, ¿no? De pronto colaboramos mucho para eso, pero ¿cuál es tu mindset en estos días?
Sí, mi mindset ahorita es, o sea, no importar lo que los demás dicen ahorita, eso no me importa, ahorita es nada más enfocar en lo que está aquí en casa, en el locker room, en los entrenamientos, y enfocarme en las jugadas. Y poco a poco, si seguimos haciendo lo que estamos haciendo, ahorita no somos la número 2 offense en toda la liga. Este, Somos el número 1 en third down conversions, que eso es algo, o sea, muy difícil de hacer. Turnover margin, somos número 3. O sea, tenemos que ver lo bueno y hacer build y no tratar de caernos tanto de pues, el récord que, sin ganar.
Sí, y finalmente, quiero que sepas que en México hay mucha afición a los Renegades, que sigue a Luis Pérez. Y para muestra, nos acaba de llegar hoy.
Ándale, qué suave, qué suave.
Sabes que tienes a México siempre apoyándote en las buenas y sobre todo en las malas, como buenos mexicanos.
Gra- Gracias, Oscar.
Gracias, Luis. Have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't thank you.
Good.
You too. Thank you so much.
We'll have
Best
their party.
wishes.
Gracias, Bianca.
Gracias, Oscar.
Lindo día.
Igualmente.